Every night, as you close your eyes and surrender to sleep, you believe you're merely resting. But what if that's not the whole truth? What if every dream is a doorway leading to a place far beyond this world? A place where time, space, and even you take on an entirely different form? Picture this: a reality where you live a life you never chose. A universe where the impossible becomes real. You soar through constellations, walk across oceans, or face another version of yourself. A world where someone, or something, is silently watching, waiting for you to uncover a secret buried since the dawn of the cosmos. For over a third of our lives, we dwell in the realm of dreams. But what's truly happening during those hours? Are you wandering through another dimension where the laws of reality bend and reshape? Are the fleeting images in your mind a strange city, a face you swear you've never seen, pieces of a larger puzzle? Today, we step through the mysterious portal of dreams, where the answers might forever change how you view sleep. Are dreams merely fleeting illusions, or the key to unlocking the deepest secrets of the universe? Prepare your mind, for the darkness is whispering, and it's calling your name. In 1966, in a quiet Welsh village, 10-year-old Errol Mai Jones woke up trembling with fear. In a quivering voice, she told her mother, "I dreamed of something black and massive crashing down on my school. I'll never grow up." 2 days later, a horrific tragedy struck. Over 500,000 tons of coal waste slid down a hillside, burying Pantglas Junior School in Aberfan, claiming 144 lives, including Errol Mai's. Days after the disaster, psychologist John Barker arrived in Aberfan with an unusual mission: to document dreams and premonitions linked to the tragedy. He gathered over 60 reports from across England and Wales, complete strangers, unconnected to each other, who claimed to have dreamed or sensed the disaster before it happened. A woman in London, far from Aberfan, woke in tears after a nightmare of children buried alive under rubble. A young boy drew a picture of a dark hillside, scrawling the chilling words, "The End," across it. A mother recounted her son's dream of being trapped in a dark, inescapable room. But could this be mere coincidence? Scientists point out that 3 years before the disaster, engineers had warned of the coal tip's instability, yet no action was taken. Collective anxiety may have seeped into many minds, manifesting as haunting dreams. With Britain's population of 45 million at the time, probability suggests around 2,000 people could have dreamed of a similar disaster by sheer chance. Yet, when dozens of people from distant places dream of the same specific event with eerie precision, can we so easily dismiss it as a game of statistics? And Aberfan isn't the only case. Abraham Lincoln, the US president, once shared a disturbing dream with his close friend Ward Hill Layman. In the dream, Lincoln wandered through the cold corridors of the White House, hearing sobs of grief. Reaching the East Room, he saw a funeral, with a body surrounded by soldiers. He asked, "Who has died?" A soldier replied, "The president. He was assassinated." 10 days later, on April 14, 1865, Lincoln was shot dead by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater. Recorded in Layman's memoir, this dream may have reflected Lincoln's anxieties during the Civil War, when assassination threats were constant. But why did it align so terrifyingly with reality? Think of yourself for a moment. Have you ever had a dream that left you shaken, feeling as if you'd glimpsed something inexplicable? A moment where you sensed you were seeing the future, or perhaps another reality? Are these dreams warnings from a mysterious source, or just random fragments of the mind? And if they're not random, who or what is sending these messages to you? When you slip into sleep, your brain doesn't shut off. It erupts, weaving wondrous worlds, fantastical stories, and realities you couldn't conjure while awake. You might fly through constellations, confront your deepest fears, or meet strangers you swear you've never seen in your life. But what happens when you realize you're dreaming and seize control of it all? This is lucid dreaming, a state where you become the creator of your own mental universe. Dr. Stephen LaBerge at Stanford University has spent decades studying this phenomenon. He proved that during lucid dreaming, the brain generates heightened beta and gamma waves in the temporal and parietal cortex, regions tied to spatial awareness and self-consciousness. In that moment, you're not just a dreamer. You're an architect, a painter, a storyteller crafting an entire cosmos of your own design. Imagine this. You're in a dream, and suddenly it hits you. This isn't real. You choose to soar into the sky, paint a radiant sunset, or open a door to a place you've never known. But what makes this state so extraordinary? LaBerge discovered that lucid dreamers can send signals from their dreams to the waking world, like deliberate eye movements, proving their minds are active in both the dream and reality simultaneously. Then, in 2021, a breakthrough stunned the scientific world. Karen Konkoly and an international team achieved the impossible. They communicated directly with people in lucid dreams. In one experiment, they asked, "What's 8 minus 6? The dreamer, deep in sleep, responded by moving their eyes left-right twice, signaling the number 2. Another answered yes or no questions by smiling or frowning, detected by electrodes on their face. Pause for a second and consider this. If we can converse with someone in a dream, could we ask where they are, who they're meeting, what they see in their dream world? And if that world isn't merely a product of imagination, but a different reality, a dimension our consciousness can touch, we're standing on the edge of the greatest discovery in human history. But lucid dreaming isn't just science. It's a gateway to self-discovery. In a lucid dream, you can face your fears, relive cherished memories, or craft a world where your wildest aspirations come true. It's a space where you can explore the boundaries of your mind, question who you are, and perhaps even glimpse who you could become. Have you ever tried controlling your dreams? If not, would you dare to step into the role of creator and uncover the limits of your own consciousness? What if the universe we live in isn't the only one? In 1957, physicist Hugh Everett proposed a radical idea that shook the scientific world. Every quantum possibility, every decision, every event creates a new universe. You chose to study in a distant city? There's a universe where you stayed home, living an entirely different life. You met the love of your life? There's a universe where your paths never crossed. The multiverse theory, championed by renowned physicists like Brian Greene and Michio Kaku, suggests there are countless parallel realities, overlapping like pages in an infinite library. But how do we reach those worlds? Is there a way for our consciousness to cross the boundaries of this universe and glimpse what lies on the other side? One daring hypothesis proposes that dreams, especially lucid dreams, might be a state where our minds tune in to other realities. Theoretical physicist Fred Alan Wolf, known for his bold ideas, speculates that prophetic dreams like Errol Mai Jones's vision of the Aberfan disaster could result from information leaking between universes through quantum phenomena. Let's be clear, this is only a hypothesis, unsupported by any concrete scientific evidence. But it forces us to wonder, could dreams be a kind of cosmic radio, picking up signals from realities we can't see while awake? Think of a moment in your life when you walked into a place and felt an uncanny sensation. I've been here before. Psychologist Anne Cleary at Colorado State University explains that déjà vu occurs when a new situation resembles an old memory, creating a false sense of familiarity. But some, purely speculating, wonder if déjà vu could be a fragment of memory from another version of you, living in a parallel reality. Have you ever felt like you knew what would happen next, as if you'd lived that moment in a dream? And if dreams are truly a bridge, imagine this. In a lucid dream, you stand before a glowing portal, knowing that on the other side lies a completely different world. You hear whispers calling your name from beyond the threshold. What would you do? Would you step through or turn away? And if you crossed over, what would you find? A different version of yourself, a reality where every choice is altered, or a secret about the universe we've never dared to imagine? Thousands of years before science was born, humanity heard the whispers of dreams. The ancient Egyptians believed that when you slept, your soul, or Ba, left your body, journeying to Duat, a parallel realm where gods and spirits intertwined. They built special temples, known as dream temples, where pharaohs and priests sought prophetic dreams. These visions weren't mere illusions. They were seen as divine guidance, shaping the decisions of an entire empire. Far to the south, the Aboriginal people of Australia believed in Dreamtime, or Chukurpa, a spiritual reality where ancestors, the land, and the physical world merged. For them, dreams weren't just images in the mind. They were portals to Dreamtime, connecting them to timeless stories, offering guidance from ancestors and the spirits of the earth. Modern interpretations call Dreamtime a parallel reality, but for the Aboriginal people, it was the essence of existence itself. Across the globe, from the deep Amazon to the icy steppes of Siberia, shamans used dreams as a vehicle for soul journeys. They described traveling to other dimensions, meeting spiritual entities, and seeing symbols like the world axis or cosmic tree. Strikingly similar imagery despite these cultures being thousands of miles apart with no contact. How did isolated peoples share a common cosmic map drawn from the fabric of dreams? Were they tapping into a truth that modern science is only beginning to explore? And now, science is catching up to ancient wisdom at a breathtaking pace. At MIT's Media Lab, researchers have developed the Dormio device, a groundbreaking technology that slips into the hypnagogic state, the twilight moment between wakefulness and sleep. Using subtle audio cues, Dormio can shape the content of your dreams, guiding you to dream about what you desire, from solving a creative problem to confronting a deep-seated fear. At Northwestern University, Professor Ken Paller and his team have gone further. Using a technique called targeted memory reactivation, they employ sounds during sleep to reinforce memories or boost the frequency of lucid dreams. Their experiments show participants can learn to recognize and control their dreams more often, opening a doorway to explore the mind in ways never before possible. Imagine a future where technology doesn't just let us dream, but allows us to record, share, and even live within our dream worlds. A reality where you could step into your dreams through virtual reality, confront different versions of yourself, or explore dimensions only dreams can reach. If dreams are truly a gateway to the universe's secrets, this technology could be the key to unlocking it. But the question remains, what would you bring back from the dream world to this reality? And what would you leave behind on the other side? Every night, as you slip into dreams, you don't just sleep, you travel. Through portals only your mind can unlock, to places science cannot yet measure, and perhaps cannot yet comprehend. Dreams may be the product of probability, the echoes of anxiety, the spark of boundless creativity, or just hypothetically, a thread connecting you to other realities, where different versions of you live lives you never chose. From Errol Mai Jones's prophetic dream of the Aberfan disaster to Abraham Lincoln's haunting vision before his fateful day. From Karen Konkoly's groundbreaking dream communication experiments to the ancient wisdom of the Egyptians, Aboriginal people, and shamans. From bold hypotheses about the multiverse to technologies opening the doors of the mind, all lead us to a staggering possibility. Dreams may not be mere fleeting images. They could be gateways to the deepest mysteries of human consciousness and beyond. to the very fabric of the cosmos. Think of your most recent dream. A strange place you've never visited, a familiar face you can't name, a moment that felt too real to be mere fantasy. What if it wasn't just a dream? What if it was an invitation from another reality, a world trying to tell you something? Would you dare to listen and step through that doorway? Here's your challenge. Place a notebook by your bedside. Every morning, as soon as you wake, write down every detail you recall from your dreams, the images, sounds, emotions. After a month, read through and search for patterns, signs, or codes. Who knows? You might uncover a doorway to a new world, or at the very least, a hidden corner of your own soul. Thank you for joining us in exploring the shadows of dreams, where the universe's greatest mysteries await. Have you ever had a dream that made you question your own reality? Share your story in the comments. We want to hear it. And don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell to join us on the next journey into the cosmos's enigmas. The next time you close your eyes, ask yourself, who's waiting for you on the other side of the dream gate? And what will you discover when you step through?